Hello and welcome to Summer Sparking Good Time. So today's video is another order that arrived. It just is what it is. But these are 4 portraits that are all in the portrait orientation. They're not square, they're the rectangle, but they're in the portrait orientation. In 3 different sizes. And so we can go over what we got. So first up, we're calling this the Lady in Green. This states it is a 30 by 40. My box won't give me there it is. Okay. I'm like, give me my tape measure. So it says it's a 30 by 40. It's measuring in at a 25 by 35, which is what I expected. Now, this kit is, of course, round drills. It comes with 19 colors. And this is what we're looking at for our color palette. I don't know if y'all can see that. So we got multiple shades of green and some peaches and some darks. And we're going to see how she turned out. Now, I bought these specifically to do because you'll notice they're all approximately like from the bust up. These 2 top ones, and then it's going to be comparison project down the road. Okay. So then, let me check the sticky on this one. Sticky is good. Okay. As far as the symbols, where am I getting a shadow from? Okay, so here's our symbols. They're looking pretty darn good. Okay. Then next up, we have the pearl lady. The lady wearing the pretty pearls. Now this one says it's a 40 by 50. I'm expecting a 35 by 45. Okay. 35. Oh, this is supposed to be a 40 by 60. I'm like, why is it? And it's measuring at a 35 by 55. Okay. And this one says it has 23 colors. And this is our color palette for this one. And they come in the resealable bags. Okay, so let me grab that other one real quick so I can just explain what I was just talking about. Where did I just put it? Okay, so when you see these side by side, it's very, very different in sizes. And what I want to do is at one point I will do these together, and we're going to see the difference in the detail just on size, because we're going to get greater detail in this one than we are in this one, and we'll just demonstrate that later on. So that's one set. Okay. Now we have this one. Now this one states it's a 40 by 70. Okay. States it's a 40 by 70. Let's see what the actual measurement is. I'm expecting 35 by 65. 35. By 60, almost 65. Almost 65. Okay. Now this one is saying it has 23 colors, and it's this bag, and see, it's really quite a dark color palette. But it's, even larger. So, but she's a little further back. So the other ones, you know, they were cut off here. So we're going to check it out. We're going to see what we think. Okay. And then last, but certainly not least, we have this steampunk beauty. You guys know this is like way a good time for me, right? Okay. Now this one, it says, I can't even see. It says it's a 50 by 100. It says 50 by 100. So I'm expecting 45 by 95. So across here, we have 45. How am I going to measure it this way? Well, it says it goes to 100, so let's check her out. Okay. And this is actually measuring right around 94. I'm not upset with that. It's really close to what I was expecting. And as far as our color palette on this one, not mad at it. Girls look good. I don't see dusty. I see what appears to be a whole lot of 3371. Okay, so the actual end goal is to scooch. Show you on that comparison video the difference and the definitions on these faces, which is the most important part. Because if you look at them, so if we look at these two, even though this says it's a 30 by 40 and this says it's a 40 by 70, their actual faces are quite similar in size. Do you see that? So this is just slightly smaller than this one, right? Now, on these two, this face is obviously larger than this face, but this is listing as a smaller canvas. This says 40 by 60, this says 40 by 70, right? And so then when we get to this 50 by 100, you see how much larger this face is than this one. So I should have amazing detail on this one. It should be amazing. I hope so. So that is the purpose of my buying these. And part one, I guess, of how I choose my kits is it's not just do I like the image. It's is the image going to be distorted by the size? Like I am, even though I think this one is going to work up great on this section, I am extremely worried how this border is going to go. I have concerns there. But there's not really much on the steampunk one that I'm concerned with at all. It should be no problem. On, where'd it go? This one, I'm really worried about the eyes and the earrings. But other than that, it looks like it's very well rendered. This whole thing frightens me. Now, this could surprise me and be, the best one of them all. But I just don't know how well the detail's actually going to be because it's so dark. Because it's so narrow and it's not a close-up. Does that make sense? So we'll see. I'm not sure if this series is going to happen this year because there's a lot of things going on for me between now and the end of the year. But this could very well be like my January project. That's what I'm hoping. But I got 4 new pretty portraits, guys. 4 new pretty portraits. And I'm not sure which one. Okay, yeah, this one's my favorite. This one's my favorite. So we're calling the Steampunk Girl, the Real Beauty, the Lady in Pearls, and the Green Lady. That's what I got here. I will post links below if they're available. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this concept. And but one of the reasons that I'm dividing these a couple of these videos into different sections is because these are all longer than they are wide, right? These are rectangles. So these sides are shorter, the side the length is longer, and it's in a rectangle formation portrait. If we were looking at it this way is landscape, this way is portrait orientation. So that's important because the way I judge a square canvas is different than how I judge a rectangle. And the next video, you'll see what I'm talking about on the differences on when I'm looking at a square canvas. So, but this is what I have for you today. So, if you'd be so kind as to boop my snoot on your way out, I'd appreciate it. If you're new here, that just means hit the like button. It's a quick, free, easy way for you to support Chill, and I think you're awesome when you do so. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone you think might gain enjoyment from it. Promise I won't be mad at you. As well as leaving me a comment. Let me know, do you love any of these? Do you have tips and tricks you have when you're choosing a portrait in the portrait orientation? Do you have preferences on where you buy your portraits, or do you just hate doing portraits? I don't know. Some people don't like portraits. They're my favorite thing to diamond paint is portraits. So that's where we're starting this whole how I choose my stuff bandwagon out, because someone asked me how I chose, and so that's where we're going. So this is the first video about why I choose what I choose. So like I said, this one I think is going to be amazing. This one back here I think is going to be iffy. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be great, and I'm pretty sure this is just going to be That's my guesstimate on where I'm at now. But honestly, I think it'll go this one, this one, this one, this one. In order of what I like at the end. And that's not the image. That's how I feel like the process is going to go and the finished product is going to look. So that's what I got. And now that I filmed this video, I can put all this stuff away. Someone else asked me how I stored stuff like this. And things like this that do not come in boxes. I do this thing where I try to put like with like. So I know that I want to do these most likely, together for a comparison. I'm going to put them, let me flip it around. Let me flip it around for you. Okay, so now they have all of their tops up here together. I have these handy dandy wooden hangers, the ones that you, and I'm going to put these in it. Maybe I'm going to put them in it. Somebody doesn't like me right now. Okay, and then I'm going to close it up. And that's going to hold it pretty good tight, like that. And then I will just hang these up in the closet with the rest of my budget kits that don't have a box. And that's how I store these. Like normally this one, because it's 30 by 40, would go in the binder. But because I want it with this set, it will actually stay with this because I want to do these in a grouping. So if you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe. I do try to put out diamond painting content almost on the daily. I don't promise you on the daily because life happens, but I do try. And I think I have like a 3-month streak, so we shall see. But other than that, I have more paintings behind me here to film for you guys. So I will talk to y'all soon. All right. I once again appreciate y'all. And until next time, I love y'all. Bye-bye.